two old white guys. Let's not try to pretend to dance. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to dance. Gonna sit here
me
on my
neither.
purple cushion.
Some purple cushion for the pushing.
My orthopedic cushion for my tired ass.
Your old bony ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I my old bones. Hi everybody to TNT episode what are we at? 102 or something?
Yeah, you got it, man. And I have been updating all the info and stuff on the shows. It's now the it's the talk of nerds and tech. So yeah, it's still TNT, but
TNT. Oi. Oi.
um yeah, it's now a show about nerds.
Nerds.
Nerd!
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a pain in the ass though, updating like all 100 episodes. Over 100 plus episodes of all the descriptions. I've been trying to group them all into like tech news and organize the links, and I was messing with this one add-on for the the Google Sheets, like the Google Docs and stuff. They have an add-on to so you can like mass change, like do like the shorter links with the bit.ly links, and I've just been trying to do that just to make the description shorter, because I've had it before where there was actually a limit on how many lines of description that you could put in the YouTube videos, and with our news articles we went over that.
Whoops.
Yeah. So I've been just doing that. Still got to make icons for everything, but I was able to edit that one thing that Doug fucked up on with the copyrighted content with the wrestling thing.
Right.
So I did that, and then I ripped the episodes that we had did when I was over at my parents' house. Yeah.
Ripping and the tearing, ripping and the tearing.
But yeah, so all three of those episodes are on there. So the one was it wasn't available anywhere in the world, it said, because of Doug.
Nice.
Yeah, so all three of those are on the channel now. Yeah, but here's the one thing I put in place of the video that Doug was playing. Censor because of copyrighted content, and because Doug is soft.
Soft.
Look at his face on there too. He just looks like he's high, man.
Nah, he's just soft.
He's soft. Yeah. But that's what I've been up to. Just working on that. Yeah, that's been working on that for the past few days. Just jacking it. But what have you been doing productive, huh?
Right.
You on any streams?
No.
No.
No, I just, work.
Trying to survive.
Right. Working for a living.
Working for the man.
Every night and day. What have I been doing? I told you I got a cushion already. So I can hopefully hold out for the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
Not really a whole lot. I've been trying to cut back on how many articles I bring to the show because that makes the show be like 19 hours long.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, hey, if you could group them together so it's more of just like a discussion piece about them, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's probably a better thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, when we have all the articles, even if you don't really want to give it that much thought, we end up having to read it anyways,
Mm.
just because it's something that you just save on your feed, right, or whatever. Like when you see an article, how do you save it? Do you just like bookmark it or something?
No, I just email it to myself.
Oh, okay. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you could improve it just besides cutting down on them?
Um,
I mean, do you think you should find more like thought provoking episodes or articles? I mean,
no.
no.
Nah. We don't think in this household. I don't think anyway.
Or
I don't
ones
know,
that are
man.
important to you.
I'm tired, Doug. I almost got lost coming home to my own fucking house today.
You did.
Well, see, okay. That sounds bad. No, my regular way to and from work, a big strip of it has been closed for construction for 4 days, starting yesterday. And I took the detour
Mm-hmm.
the way they had me take it, and I go, this is fucking stupid. I know better ways because it's been closed for construction before because they've constantly been building shit. So I said, well, I'm gonna just go a different way. I know the better way. Um, and I took the wrong way because I got halfway through it and I realized, oh fuck, I took the wrong one. And then I was like, well, this takes me right where I would have been if I went the normal way home. And then I saw that last time they had me completely go a different direction. Like after I got off the exit, I couldn't even turn the way I normally did. They had me go southbound instead of northbound. This time, you could go northbound, but only halfway. But it led to the same like detour that it was months ago when they had it closed. So I'm like, oh, okay. So
Mm.
so I felt like a dipshit and like I was lost, but I knew where I was. I just went the wrong fucking way because I'm like, I'm too fucking tired to think. I just want to be home already. So
Well, did you get any Taco Bell?
yeah, yeah, yes, I did.
Hopefully that gave you a little bit of energy.
Nah, just poops.
Uh,
Just poops, dog. Lots of poops.
oh, you got some drinks that do this, like the energy drinks give you energy more than like food or
Um,
anything else?
it's 50-50, man. Energy drinks can either wire me up and I'm, jacked, or they just give me heart palpitations.
Uh, oh, that's not good.
Nah. I mean, after the show, I'll like go to sleep usually for
Yeah.
like 2 hours, and then I wake up and I'm up until like 8 o'clock, and I fall back asleep until about 11, and then I get up and I mow the grass, and then I fucking want to die. So, but anyway,
Why do you stay up for a couple hours? I mean, don't you just have to take the dog out and that's it?
well, I let her out, I give her shot, and then I'm awake. So
Yeah. You kind of get woken up a little bit, huh?
yeah, like you got. I think about it. I gotta go downstairs. I gotta measure out, you know, a syringe and inject a dog with it. At that point, I'm
Yeah.
kind of awake. I can't just do that half asleep. So I get up and my wife's asleep. So I sit and read, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, until I get sleepy. And I fall asleep. And she gets up at 7. So, like, if I get up at 6 to give the dog a shot, an hour later, she wakes up.
She
And then, go ahead.
she doesn't sleep in at all.
Oh no, no. She gets up and goes downstairs and either does something or watches TV.
Huh.
So,
You two sound like very different people.
uh, okay. She's Jewish. I'm Catholic. She's Republican. I'm a Democrat. I voted for Obama. She voted for George W. Yes, we're very different people.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know your story, man.
We're different people, but it works for us. We got a thing hanging up by our wedding pictures that says, "We may not have it all together, but together we have it all." And you know how we make it work? We don't fucking
Uh,
talk about politics.
well, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And if we do, like, it's literally not one side versus the other. Like, I try to not be objective with anything. Like even on here, even though I talk bad about certain politicians, that's because they're fucking with stuff I like. Um, the actual issues and stuff. I listen to NPR. I try to hear the non-biased people. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, I mean, we bitch about specific things on the show. We don't really just come on and like bash the president or something.
No, 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 no. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he was a Democrat and he was fucking up the damn internet, I'd be just as mad.
Yeah. Which I mean,
So,
that could still very well happen.
mhm.
Democratic president wanting to do that.
Yeah, if you elect an old person and they're not tech savvy,
Yeah.
fucking old people. Not just kidding. Anyway, so what are you drinking on today, good sir?
I don't give a fuck.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
Well, I'm drinking on pretty boring stuff today. It's water, Sprite, and Orange Crush. They didn't have any of my pineapple Fanta, or not. It was Orange Fanta. I'm sorry.
Um,
Yeah, they didn't have any pineapple, so
um,
yeah. Now, out of all of the, do you like Fanta the best when it comes to orange soda, or what's your
hmm,
favorite orange soda? Is it Crush?
eh. I mean, they're all the same. It's orange. I can't tell the difference. Like how some people can't tell the difference between Sprite and Sierra Mist, or like Mountain
Right.
Dew and Mellow Yellow. I can't. Orange soda. You could give me five of them, and I would go. "Dude, they're all the same one, right?" I
So
wouldn't
like
fucking know.
any kind of like pop as far as like different brands really, except if it's like cola or something, it doesn't really make a difference.
No, I did not. Not. I did not say that. Orange soda. They're all the same. Grape soda. There's Welch's, and then there's
Yeah.
everything else. Because Welch's is purple. That makes it grape, but it's like 90% sugar. Um,
So
and
Welch is Welch on the grape then? That's what you're saying?
yeah. No, that's what I had when I was a kid. That was my drink. And now when I come back, I'm like, boy, how the hell did I drink this? I should be dead.
Yeah, you're a grape aficionado when it comes to grape soda, right?
I mean, I was. I haven't had. I couldn't name another flavor that's grape right now.
Well, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black, I guess.
Ugh. Ugh. Blah. Blah. That's disgusting.
Puppy Monkey, baby.
Pitch black is cough syrup. Now,
Puppy Monkey, baby.
so that's all you got you're drinking on today, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of boring. I got a
Well,
little bit of Pepsi too. That it's almost gone.
uh, I I finished a spike lemonade with my dinner, and then in my Yeti mug, I've got or tumbler, I guess it's called. I've got a
Check out my
chick,
Tumblr.
Yes, I've got a cherry balls, and then I said, man,
Balls
you
to the
know,
wall.
yes, I said, you know, I love cherry. I don't have enough cherry flavored things. I've got to get something that's not gonna get like I could drink this, then I could drink another one, and it tastes delicious. But the next morning, I feel like I was fucked by a train. So okay, I can't do that. So I can have one, and then let me think. What else is there that's mellow, that's cherry flavored? Cherry 7 Up,
Mm.
which tastes delicious, but is really really bad for you. Now that I look at the, like I bought a case of it with like 12 cans or something, and it's like 140 calories in a can, 40 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams of carbs, 38 grams of sugars. Granted, they make a diet version, but I was afraid to get it because I want to make sure I like the regular flavor before I even try the fucking diet. Because usually diet is just worse. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
it is. So I know people are like, well, I like diet because regular ones are too blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sorry. Diet usually has an aftertaste or tastes good, and then after you drink too many of them, you're like, ugh. So I wanted to get the regular one. I got it. And I haven't tried the diet. I don't know if it's supposed to be better for you, but you know, what the
Diet
hell.
right.
But yeah, the Mountain Dew Ice is like I said, 100 calories a can, and like all the other shit is lower. Because I had both cans in my hand, I was looking, I was like, really? Shit. But it's got sugar, caffeine. Granted, that has more sugar, I think, but they both have a lot. That one has a lot of caffeine. This one doesn't. And I'm trying not to drink too many energy drinks and stuff. I have a coffee in the morning, and on Friday night I drink a bunch of shit to stay awake, but can't drink too much. Can't drink too much. So
You'd always have some Cherokee Red. That's cherry.
I don't think I've ever even seen that.
It's like red cream soda.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever even seen it in a store. And
Do you
I
like? Do you like cream sodas?
yeah, yeah, I do. It's one of my favorite drinks. I also have a can of Surge sitting here since last week. So if I pour it over my eyes, in case of emergency, drink it because, you know, I shouldn't have another energy drink. I shouldn't, but
You need a mini fridge in there, huh?
I'd need room for a mini fridge. And like I said, this whole floor is on one circuit. So no, I'd rather have AC. Like I was surprised that the AC, all the fans, the AC in there, the TV, and my computer were all running that one time perfectly fucking fine, and then never again. So, Morris, like if you want to turn the AC off in the bedroom, you can put a nah, because I'm gonna go lay down at some point, and I want that room to be nice and cool. I can put fans on me while I'm in here, so
Yeah.
for now. But anyway,
Yeah. What are you gonna do with your? Well, where are you gonna put your computer when you turn this computer of yours into a NAS? Because is that gonna be on the same circuit when you build?
no. Well, see, okay, this computer that I'm on right now, I'm going to move it next to my modem because why have it anywhere near where the microphone is? Because hard drives are going to be loud.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about putting it over by the wall here behind me so you could see it. I mean, you can't right now where the way I got the camera position pointed down, but right behind me is my wall of. I've got my little sci-fi collection over here. And then the Wolfenstein over there. Wolfenstein's just sitting on the top of a shelf. I might rearrange everything and have a nice little kick-ass area back there. So when I'm talking, it'll be fine. But like, the whole floor is on one circuit. It doesn't matter which outlet I plug it into. It's all on one circuit. So
the whole top floor, you're saying is?
Yes. Both bedrooms, a bathroom, the hallway. So when the power went out, like all we had to do was flip the circuit breaker, but you have to fucking find your way to the stairs in the dark, and then make your way down the stairs because the stairwell is fucking dark.
Who the fuck would wire that shit, man?
Some hillbilly. Fucking, I mean, it's got to be better than it was, like, because this house was built in the 1890s, so I'm sure it's a lot better than when it, was originally wired. But my father-in-law was looking at it and talking to me. He's like, yeah, they could have only saved like the cost of a circuit breaker, which is like, $4 at the time. So I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but it's a pain in the dick to go in and do. We're gonna have to because certain times you got to have AC in here.
Right.
When it's been like 100 degrees, there's just no way. There's no earthly way I can be in here for any stretch of time. It's impossible. And then go ahead.
I just wonder if that rising bill is going to sit it over the top because it's going to be like. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, you can undervolt it, and plus it'll be more efficient because remember this is an FX chip. They run hot.
Yeah. But that's going to be on 24/7 though. So you're just really adding on to.
Well, no,
whatever.
I won't keep the Threadripper build on all the damn time. I don't keep this on all the time. This is only on when I need it. But when it flips over to server mode, it'll be on all the time. I was like, I had to restart my iMac that's at a server right now today, and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm so looking forward to replacing you. You're just slow as shit." So, yeah. But anyway,
Well, hopefully it'll all work out.
I mean, it will. I've got multiple builds in my. I love PC Part Picker. If people are building a computer or think about building a computer, go to PC Part Picker. I have not sponsored in any way any affiliation with them, but oh my god, it's so fun. You can see other people's builds, you can make your own, and go. Well, okay, but what if I just change this one thing around and it'll be like $200 cheaper? Like I have a set budget in mind, and every time I go to a different build, I'm like, wait, it's cheaper now? And and sale time is great. Like when they had the Prime Day sales. Oh,
Yeah.
everything dropped by like $300, and some of it stayed. Like the cost of the Threadripper chips actually went down. So there's that.
Nice.
Noise. Anyway.
Oi.
Oi. So do you want to get into some Battlestations today, sir?
Yeah, I think we just about covered all of our bases here.
Okay.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
All right. Let me open the stations, man.
Nerds.
Fucking nerds. Okay. Sorry, I got you on another screen. I have to find. Oh, okay. I just saw this one. I was like, oh, of course Ian made this one his.
Yeah, I decided to do an RGB theme.
Oh, that's
I
your
don't
theme?
think I've done yet. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've done just RGB. I just searched it in there, so I don't know. For those of you that are RGB fanatics, I don't know if all of these really qualify as RGB, but it had RGB in the title, so.
Well,
They said it was an RGB build, so.
Well, I mean, the machine looks like red, green, and blue threw the fuck up, so yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of inefficient, like with their use of a wallpaper.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they could have did something different.
Well, you kind of got to, with those wallpapers, you can't really have it where it's just like one giant one because since they're so spread so far apart, you kind of have to do a different thing for each one of them. But I mean, each two are like a clone of each other or whatever,
It's one wallpaper, dog.
Oh, really?
4 times, yeah.
Well, on the smaller ones, it was kind of hard to tell about that.
They're just
'Cause,
turn.
like, this
They're
is an
turning at an
ultra-wide
angle.
one.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
turned at. There's 2 ultra wides there.
Well, the top is an ultra-wide and the bottom on the right, isn't it? Or are they all 4 ultra-wide?
I can tell the 2 middle, like the 2 big ones are,
Yeah.
but the ones on the left, I have no fucking idea. Let me see here. Case system. Okay, a 34-inch ultra wide and a 58p. 58p. Let me search Google for that shit. 29 It must be 29 UMP. Yeah. Yeah, he left out the number. That's 29. So he's yeah, he's got my old monitor set up except in reverse. Basically those are the same size monitors I have, except he's got the little one on top and the big one on the bottom. And then the other 2 are just 2 LG MP whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck. 24-inch monitors, it looks like. How much are they going for on Amazon? Damn, $213. Damn. I mean, I got just an AOC monitor. I want to replace this one that's not an LG, but I'm kind of on the fence. I'm thinking I might get another ultra wide for it. But I'm in no fucking hurry. Shit's all right.
That's like your main thing that
What?
you're trying. Monitors is like the main thing you'd be willing to spend most of your money on, huh?
Well, I mean, I already bought a TV, and I went with LG because I'm like, well, I kind of have a thing going, and people say that they don't make good panels. I have yet to have any problems with even the one I got from my 34-inch I got from Canada, and it's a refurb on eBay.
Yeah.
And I have no fucking problem with it. I mean, I paid like $300 for it, which is stupid, really, now that I think about it, because this TV was less than $300. But anyway, so back to this guy. He's got a little monitor riser, which is kind of funny because there's no monitor on it. But it's got looks like USB. I'm not sure if those are USB things or not. And he's got is that a subwoofer? Because it looks like one of those Harden or whatever the hell subwoofers with those speakers, but I don't see the speakers any fucking where.
Are you talking about under the largest monitor?
No, that's a switch right under the largest monitor. On the far left side of his desk.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. That might be some kind of just like smart home device or something.
Let me see here. Peripheral.
I've never seen a.
Keyboard extra.
Never seen a
Nintendo
subwoofer
Switch.
like that.
Oh, it's a mini clock speaker. What? Let me Google this shit real quick. Nope, never mind. That's the little cube thing. Oh, it is a speaker. Harman Kardon. That's the word I was looking for. So it's a speaker by itself. Okay. Never actually seen one that's just a speaker. See, usually those come in. I'm used to seeing this ugly shit.
Right.
Can you zoom enhance? Whoa. Are you a robot? No. I'm used to normally seeing this. I am not a robot. Oh, really? To zoom, I gotta click a captcha? Really? Wow. This is... Okay. Yeah, I'm used to seeing these things, which look like a 90s Mac product because you see all these wires and plastic.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, whatever, dog. You do you. I mean, I guess it fits the aesthetic of the build.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic, yes. And he's got the IKEA tabletop with the little legs to make it. I understand. At first, I was like, why would you need to make it taller? And now I'm actually kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. But I have all my shit on
Makes
top
sense.
of it, so I'm not gonna do it. Well, I'm not the tallest guy, and really, my chair has to be kind of low too. So I understand it. And in fact, it would make it easier to actually crawl under and cable manage my desk. I'm fucking lazy. I might do something like that when I Nah, I won't do any of that because I forgot you
Nah,
got
you're
to
not
drill.
gonna do it.
Well, you got to drill at least 2 holes for each leg into the fucking dressers. Fuck that. That's a lot of work. But yeah, this is a nice little colorful setup. Close this window that I don't need. The rest of the RGB's got a switch. Desk, yeah.
Be like,
Oh,
eh.
well, I know we have fan text, which is aight, but so are they saying he's running Mac OS? Oh, someone says you don't need to defend running Mac OS. It's awesome and stable OS. Anyone that hates on it, never use it, or no longer to have a real opinion. Okay.
You're not
I mean,
allowed to have an opinion, Frank.
it's just sad that like basically Apple's killing the Hackintosh because they're going to go to their own chip eventually, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And that was the discussion we had about it. But I mean, it makes sense. He's got an iPhone and an Apple Watch. I mean, he wants to buy Apple products, but he also wants a nice, powerful machine without paying out the ass.
Yeah.
So,
Did you see Linus did a video on his watch recently?
nah.
I only got
why-
to see like the first minute of it or so.
Oh. No, I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Would you ever wear a smart watch? Like if you just got it, someone gave it to you?
I mean, my thing is the work I do. I had a crappy little, like $20 Walmart watch, and the work I do, the plating came off the side of it.
Ooh.
Because it rubs up against shit, and I can't have nice things. My wife has an Apple Watch, and it just working in the office that she works at is dangerous. She's gone through screen protectors on that. I don't trust myself. Jump back, kiss myself. So another guy with a Fantex case. I actually looked at this one. Fantex, even their micro ATX case is still about the size of a fucking full size ATX, so it's kind of dumb to me.
Is that what you're thinking about going with? Is a Fantex?
No, I'm thinking about going with Fractal again. But
Fractal design, Josh.
well,
He'll
the
be
case
happy.
the case I have now is Fractal, and it's a really good case. Lots of room for cable management, spaces for drives for day. Like when I bought it, I originally was like, eventually I'm going to fill this thing with hard drives. So I got the biggest one I could, and it holds more drives than my motherboard supports. So this guy has the same desk layout. His speakers are, I understand, like, I'm sure someone probably gave him shit for it. They're like, well, they're not optimum for ear level hearing and all that. But a lot of guys who have speakers just put noise in the room and just walk around and do shit. Which I don't do. If I do, I'm folding laundry and putting it away 5 feet from the computer.
Yeah.
So this guy, I mean, if that's all he's concerned about, cool. If he really wants good listening, I can't quite tell what headphones those are without reading. I should know, but I don't. Let me see if I can zoom enhance. Other Corsair. Looks like a Corsair fanboy. He's got a Corsair mouse. I think Corsair keyboard. Vantex case though. But
Horse there.
Zoom enhance back to 100. Close out of that. Someone asked how much the TV was, and he said he gave a euro price, so I'm already lost. Because Americans don't use no euros.
American.
Oh, now this one, yeah, I've already seen this. His and
What
hers
you and your
RTG.
wife should have.
Yeah, no. She
She would
actually
never use
asked
it,
me
huh?
about. Well, she asked me about bringing her old desktop in here. She has a big ass beige tower that her boyfriend in college made her. And sure, I mean, I don't care, but it'll be an
Yeah.
XP machine.
Yeah, Frank, I'm going to need you to take all of your stuff and move it into the closet so I can put my desk up.
Well, no, my old desk is still there. I moved from one corner of the room to the other. Dog.
You need to get rid of all that stuff.
Nah. So, let's see what we got here. We got, looks like 2 Herman Miller chairs. Okay, that's good. Excuse me. Corsair case on the right. What's the case on the left without reading? I don't want to read. I'm fucking lazy.
Book
This
is
shitty
yours.
window case looks like.
Huh.
Huh? Is that a sound blaster amp right there?
Mm.
They got JBL studio monitors, so that's good.
So this guy probably has the best monitors out of all of them. Huh?
Well,
I don't know what the second guy's monitor game was, but
Gucci Gang. I can't tell because they're not. I thought they were Cantos because that's what it looks like. He's trying to emulate Random Frank P setup. A lot of people actually do. If you see Random Frank P setup, because his speakers are laid out like this. But the Cantos are more of the traditional large woofer and a little tweeter in the middle. These, from what I can tell, have a large woofer in the bottom and then an offset pair of tweeters. Or probably, I think more likely it's a tweeter and a porthole in the front. So that because they're wall mounted, that would make sense. Because you won't want rear ported speakers on the wall because the air will move and will hit the wall and it'll sound like ass. So that's probably what they are, but I can't tell the manufacturer from here because the picture is crappy. I'm sure he probably says it in the conversation here. What is it? Control F, right? To find.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Speaker is way too hot. Told you someone was giving him shit. I just knew it from the watch. You can substantially improve your audio quality by moving the down to ear level. This seems to be a common concern for people who are not used to this kind of speaker orientation. Rest assured that the point of contact between the wall mount and the speaker clamp has a globe-like shape and is able to be tilted up, down, left, right for optimum flow of audio waves from the speakers to my ear holes. If I didn't prefer to use my headphones for gaming and use the speakers to fill the room with music instead. Huh. RIP plants when you tilt them down because he's got plants on top of it. Doesn't actually say what the hell they are. Oh, here we go. Edifier. Oh, really? Wow. Edifier, some studio monitors too They're actually pretty. Oh, he just took the faceplates off. Okay. See, here's what F-Fire look like. They have just a gray, I don't know if it's mesh or whatever
Yeah.
cover, and then he took it off. And yeah, see, there's the woofer tweeter, and see, those holes aren't ports on the corners there. That's peg holes for the grill. And then there's a big port on the front there. The back looks like they're just I think what it is they're are they powered? Like I've seen reviews of yeah. So you got one that's just a dummy that's literally just a speaker, and then one has the amp built into it. So like one slave basically. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And then on the side, there's these knobs to adjust the volume and levels of shit. So these are pretty good. These are a little $100 42-watt little speakers. Yeah, powered speakers. They're not technically studio monitors at that point, but they're
Even they just get powered from the 3.5 millimeter.
no,
Is that what that means?
they've got show you the back. Here's the back of the powered unit. See, there's a cord running there. You plug that in.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 100 to 240 volt, 50, 60 hertz, 300 milliamps. And then you put the input here, and then you connect this for your left speaker, which, like I said, is just a passive speaker. See?
Right.
So it gets power from just your regular, cable. But
Now, how is it that, like, when you do have, like, stereo or other speakers, how do the other speakers get their power? How come they don't, need, like, a plug for each speaker usually, if it's, like, a giant one?
come again?
Well, if you have, like, giant, like, monitors, do you need to plug each one into the wall, or?
Like studio monitors, if they're powered monitors, each one is powered. Like, let me do see if there's the business end here. These are HSH, which are the 8-inch variant. Let me zoom enhance. Come on. For real, this is all I get? Fuck you, I zoom anyway. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Do you see this? So yeah, each one has their own where's the plug? Yeah, see, they have their own AC in, on, off, and then adjustments for room control for, bass and all that, and trim.
Right.
And then these are balanced. They do XLR input or a 1/4 inch, and then you can adjust the decibel level from +4 to -10. And then there's a rear port, and then this whole big back thing here is a heatsink. And when you're doing powered monitors, you go straight from your source, which is either your receiver or, in my case, my preamp. You want to do a pre because you don't want to amplify and then send out to something else that's powered, and that can overload shit and sound like ass. So, or blow stuff up if you're not careful. But anyway, yeah, this just goes, 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch or XLR to XLR. Sometimes they go RCA. A lot of people put a RCA to quarter-inch adapter, so they just plug RCAs in here. As long as this just needs a signal. Same with most, like a powered sub just needs a signal. It doesn't actually need power. Whereas the speakers that the other guy had have one with an amp, and then the other one is just a speaker, and they're only like 40 watts. I don't, off the top of my head, know what the wattage for these are, but the 8s are pretty fucking powerful. So, but I mean, like, here are the 8s next to a laptop to give you an idea of their size.
Yeah. Well, I'm not an audio guy. I'm just like wondering in general, like, is there a certain size that like any kind of speaker would be before you have to start getting its own power? Because it's like most headphones, you don't need to plug in a power cord for headphones, but the speaker on headphones are smaller.
Well, see, it's all about the driver. Same with the speaker and with the headphone. The driver is the part that moves when it receives the signal. The thing is, some require more power to move than others. If it's a stiffer driver and takes more juice to move, that's why like headphones, they make headphone amps, because some of them, if you plug it in with your onboard sound, it'll make noise, not enough to be impressive. This, I could crank it until these headphones literally catch fire. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So, I mean, probably not. There's actually fail safes. I've seen guys take like actual like speaker amps that they can, usually a speaker amp will sometimes have a monitor out front, which is just a reduced headphone out, which sounds like butt. But some they actually will have an actual headphone out. You can use it as a headphone amp, but that's if you're nuts and actually want to blow the fucker up. Anyway,
too bad you can't do like how microphones do with like the phantom power through the XLRs.
I mean, you don't need that's 48 volts. You don't need a whole lot of. It's once you start getting into volts and watts, I get confused because you know how numbers get lower means more sometimes. That still fucks with me. Now these guys, like I said, these are probably the JBL. I fucking had the model number on the tip of my tongue. They're these are 5-inch. 305. They just come out with the new ones, 305Ps. I don't think these are them. These are the JS. JBL. Now it's gonna fucking bother me because I had them in my shopping cart forever. JBL LSR 305. That's the fucking abbreviation I was looking for. The 305s. 5 is usually all you need for a desk. You can go bigger, but once you start doing, like, some guys will say they're okay, but you need a sub. And other guys will go bigger, but then it's all personal preference. I don't have speakers right now because A, I don't have any room for them. B, if I'm gonna sit and listen to music, I have headphones. I mean, I can buy speakers at any time. These people have enough expensive hobbies to keep them busy because they've got a camera here. Looks like they've got a Rode microphone, or at least Rode microphone guard. So I'm assuming they have professional gear here. Oh, two zoomed enhanced. Shit. Okay. Somebody has at least 2 headphones over here, which can't tell what they are without reading. Let's see here. Excuse me. Oh, and over here's a pair of Sennheiser. I think they're the 5.98s. Is that the word I'm looking for? They're like nacho colored.
Okay.
These are HD. I think they're the 5.98s. Let me see. Oh, okay, good. I was right. Yeah, these things hanging over here on the far left, on the bottom.
Yeah.
They're these.
Okay.
Which are colored like Noctua fans.
Yeah.
But I would get them, but they're actually like kind of a step down from the ones I'm wearing right now. So
Yeah, I can't be seeing with those on.
I can't go down, dog. Plus, looks like they got a VR headset. I don't know if they got full VR, or if they're like me and they could just stick their phone in it.
Gotta have my. Are you starting to want to have all your shit gold plated now?
Nah, not at all.
Like your audio connections?
Nah, I don't care. They got a RGB mouse pad. They also have the Nanoleaf Aurora, which is ridiculously expensive. Do you know how expensive those are?
No.
Well,
Not that I was asking, but I just said no.
well, not that too fucking bad. Yeah, you start out with the kit for $189. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 9 panels. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like several kits here. I don't know how much the extension kits are, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
So this is alright. So you have this one, and this one, right?
Right.
Well,
I would probably do them in the order that I gave them.
I mean, yeah. I don't know the specs on this thing too much. And then also, he's running Mac OS, which, I mean, okay. Well, I don't know. There's a window there. I don't know. It said something about Mac OS. So I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, yeah, this one's okay, but I like the first one better. And this last one, if if you're a couple, sure. It would be a bit much for me to have, what is that, like 12 feet of desk? I mean, I would dig it.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You're not speaking English, Frank.
Right. So the internet said 1850 for our homes here, 11.2 thousand for this one,
Oh,
and then 621 for this one. So apparently we wrong.
well, that could happen.
Yeah.
Or everybody jumps on a bandwagon.
I mean, damn, son.
Yeah. Anyways, what's your theme?
Well, hold on. See, tonight my thing was I went to the 3 main battle, shitty battle stations, average battle stations, and battle stations. And I did the top. I went into the top for the month, and I scrolled through until I said, I like that one. So basically, these are some of the top ones for the month, representing all 3 battle station subreddits. Well, all 3 that I'm going to do.
Right.
So just for yucks, I'm going to start in reverse and start with the best and go down to the shitty. Because it's funnier.
Right.
So, in regular battle stations, boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and give me my theme song.
Station.
Got such a short theme song. So, this first one, zoom enhance. Just first off, what do you think of this?
Well, which one is this one from again? The average?
No, this is just from Battlestations.
Okay. And you went from the shittiest to the battle stations?
This is the battle stations. Then we're gonna go to average, and then the last one will be shitty.
No, I mean like, because you say you're trying to go from the best of each one or whatever.
Yeah, this is the top. This was in the top for the month.
Really?
It wasn't the top. It was one. It was like in the first like 20, but
Oh, you mean just on the feed?
yeah, like if you go in and sort by top and for the month instead of all time, but
I see.
this one does so much well. I mean, because he's got a nice, beautiful wood desk. I'm sure.
A wood?
Yes, I'm sure the top is probably IKEA. It might not be, but I don't fucking know. The actual framework isn't, so I don't know. It might be something custom. Looks like he's got an O2 DAC amp, wireless charger, shitty IKEA plant, whatever. Then he's running SLI. He's got audio engine speakers with the isoacoustic mounts. I think those are audio. That's an Audio Technica headphone up there by the camera, and the nice little plant thing. I like that. I had a plant thing like that, and I broke it.
You broke it.
I didn't do the shit on purpose, dog. I'm still picking up pieces of that. The headphones on the desk there. He's got the Monoprice 1060s, which looks like he's modified to run the Odyssey pads, or maybe those might be the stock pads. Now that I look at them, because the Odyssey ones are vegan. Those look like leather, so that might be just 1060s. With Sennheiser's behind it, and then looks like a PlayStation over there to the left with the TV with the soundbar. He's got artwork for BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us. He's got some records with Eric Clapton and a guitar. I mean, and a shitty IKEA chair, but that's beside the point. This one looks nice. I'm enjoying it. What are your thoughts on it?
The speakers are pretty good placed because they're at head level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
The monitor, like, is that on the monitor arm, or is that just like mounted to the wall?
It looks like you might have a wall bracket, like a like a wall mount where it can come off a couple inches off the wall, because it looks like he has lights behind it that aren't on the back of the back of the desk. I don't think.
Is that a wood arm light there?
Yes, that's a thing some people have started getting. It adds a little bit of character along with the black. The black and wood kind of matches the aesthetic he's going for here.
Why is it pointed behind the thing though?
Just to cast the light on the back wall. I've got a similar thing going on with the lamp pointed at my wall with the RGB bulb, so it casts a nice hue. He might not have, now that I mentioned, he might not have LEDs behind the monitor. He might just have that lamp pointed at it.
Yeah,
because he's got RGB. His RGB, his floor lamp there is RGB. If you can see, it's green and pink.
Right. Well, what I would do is I would get some actual LEDs for the accent back there, and actually have the light pointed up towards the corner like most people do.
Well, I mean, it works. And he's got like a LED numpad looking thing over there to the far right.
Right.
Looks like. Can't tell what the hell this is here. I want to say it's a laptop, but I can't tell what. I don't know. I don't know, Margot. But I do enjoy this one. Okay, here, let me see. 10A, okay, 10A for the win, hybrid 2, 2ASI. i7 6700K. Corsair crystal case. Asus monitor 3440 by 1440. JDS Labs black O2 DAC amp. Okay. Objective O2 DAC. Okay, never mind. So does he not? He just has a DAC. He doesn't have an amp. Headphones. Mono price 1060. Okay. Sennheiser. Oh, those are the HD 6XXs, which are a mass drop headphone. Audio Engine 5 Plus. TV is a Samsung 40-inch 4K HDR. Corsair 65 Lux RGB. Mouse is a Final Mouse Ultralight Pro. Never heard of it. He has a blue snowball in there somewhere. Don't see it. Do you?
No.
Speaker stands, isoacoustic. No, micropad is a Max Falcon 8 RGB. Of course it is. Oh, he's got a Audio Technica turntable in there somewhere. I saw some vinyl. And he's got a mod mic with a HD 598s for his consoles for a headset. Carlby 7. Okay, that is an IKEA desk and IKEA chair. Okay, well, that's pretty nice. Wouldn't you say that's pretty nice?
Yeah.
So that's my first. My second copy is in the average stations. So we're going down a notch here, but assume we're going up because it's in the top here. The guy says Battlestations finally to my liking. I give it a solid B. He's got the Razer headset, and then he's got an Xbox controller, another Xbox controller, shitty Logitech speakers, phone, Blue Yeti, a My Little Pony brony thing there. A G-Skill mouse, which I didn't even know they made nice. I like his keyboard. Damn it. Here I am assuming the gender, calling me he.
Yeah.
But it's alright, right? No?
Right. No, it is. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Got lamps pointed in the corner, Ian. You like it? You like it?
Yeah.
And then that was alright. And then we got yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I actually gotta go to the bathroom. So you're gonna have to man the show for a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't do like Elvis and die on the commode, man.
No, I won't, man.
Okay, if you say so.
But yeah, if do you want to get into some of your news articles, or do you just want to keep doing this because I'm not gonna be here to judge?
Well, are you gonna be gone that long? Damn.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Is it you one in it or two in it?
I'm doing it.
Aww.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, you should have got prepared before the show. No, you can't go. No. You hold it. Like a big boy.
I gotta go, man. I'm sorry, dude. You could do some articles or something, man.
Well, no, because then you'll want to go over them when you come back.
No, it's cool. I won't. I know you got to get out of here too soon.
Go take your shit and come back.
I will. I'll try to be quick.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ian's gonna go drop a deuce with his headset on, apparently, so he can hear us talk about him while he's pooping. Boop, 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 boop. All right then. Well, this is embarrassing. So, speaking of poops, I forgot to mention these little rubber eraser looking, I don't know, little icon guys on the corners of the desk or look like kind of turds. One's sad and one's kind of happy and the other's surprised, I guess. Can't see what the fourth one looks like. But wow. Well, now I got to show my third station. And boy, I'll go ahead and show you guys. And Ian could talk. Complete with disappoint your parents' mouse pad. So we have a laptop. No, that's actually well, I don't know. It's keyboard and a monitor with the worst speakers I've never heard of. Shit everywhere. He didn't bother to clean up before he took a picture. He's got a Wacom little tablet thingy. Oh, it must be a girl because it's a Sephora thing. Or, well, guys can shop at Sephora too. They got the Overwatch mouse pad with boobs for the wrist rest. In case you feel like molesting a cartoon character while you're clicking through, I guess. I don't know why people put so many icons on their desktop when they take a picture. I mean, just hide them for a moment. But no, I'm curious. No, I'm not even your parents, and your mouse pad is disappointing me. I'm going to upvote that. That looks exactly like the type of thing I would have bought as a child without realizing what was going on, thinking it was just a cool, badass dude. Okay. I'm trying to get some specs here from what I can glean in the description, but I'm not seeing too much. Everyone's telling them they should post to average Battlestations. I don't think so. My dad bought me one of those mouse pads as a joke. I mean, this would be kicked off of regular Battlestations just because there's no tower, but I'm trying to find out if it's just a laptop or if they just didn't include it. Well, regardless, they've got, I mean, horrible speaker placement, horrible speakers to begin with. They have a Wacom drawing pad, which is that's actually a name brand item. The collection of clutter on the desk, though, really adds to it. Like they just it looks like they didn't even try to take this picture. It looks like the phone went off and they said, "Oh yeah, I'll upload that." Because I think there's a tank top in the back, or maybe a gym bag of some sort. I see a Pusheen sticker on the notepad, though, so I do approve of that. There's just literally shit everywhere, like chips of paint and a spool of thread. So there's that. But I don't really want to get into any of my articles because there's no point in me just talking to myself here. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, huh? Copy. Let me go ahead and bring up something here that might be interesting. Google Video shows all white redesigns for Gmail, Google, and Photos, or Google Photos and more. Well, because we've been asking for non-white aesthetics for a long time, and they're just not listening. They're giving us all white, and all that does is when we have a dark room, which is where we're usually reading stuff and looking at stuff, the picture will flash on us and turn it nuclear winter, and you won't be able to see. You'll be blinded. They want you to use their stupid night mode, which turns everything yellow. No, just give us the dark theme. That's all we want. So I just took this as a sign of the end times. So also, Windows 10 will try not to reboot when you're just grabbing a cup of coffee. New system will try not to reboot when you're expecting to return your computer soon. The next semi-annual update to Windows 10 will use machine learning models to make automatic rebooting for updates a bit less annoying. The models will attempt to predict when you're likely to return to your PC and not update if you're expected back soon. Because that's the thing. You walk away and, oh, it's updating. Or you're turning it off and, oh, hey, no, you got to sit up another hour and update. And it flashes on and off and on and off. And it's annoying. And the thing is, they say that. I don't trust them. It's been this long and it hasn't happened yet. So I don't believe them. But that's just me. Also, I'll go ahead and talk about my latest entertainment news since I only have one article. Netflix has renewed Altered Carbon for a second season, which the last time they talked about it, there's 3 books in the series. They decided to skip the second book because it would be difficult to film and just make the third one, which actually made me happy because I was not going to watch the second one if they made it based off of the second book. But now they just decided to totally jump into the third one. I'm more interested. And Joel Kinnaman is being replaced by Anthony Mackie, apparently, who's known as playing Falcon in the Captain America and Avengers Marvel Cinematic Universe films, which, will make fun of me, but I'm actually not all that well versed on who he is. I mean, can this guy play a cold-blooded killer? Yeah, he looks like he could. So they're signed up for another season 2. Does it say how many episodes? Can't remember. I mean, the first one was good. The second one's going to be better. Should I tackle the next book in the... but the recasting suggests the show will tackle the next book in the trilogy to the series. So, they said they were going to skip the second one. I hope they do. If they don't, I'll skip the second one because it didn't seem interesting at all. The first one was hard to follow, I think, if you didn't read the book. I read the books, so it was, even then it was a little hard because they were taking liberties. But the second one I didn't like, but I imagined I would stick with it to see where I was going. And the third one was way out there, which is what I want to see. But we'll have to wait and see. I waited all this time. I had heard teasers of it. I mean, the novel came out in 2002. So I've been waiting for a little while for the. But yeah, the main character's actor changes because it's a personality inside of different bodies at any point in time. So he could be anybody. Could be a woman for all, which is also a good plot twist. I was a big fan of the Trancer movies, and the main character changed in that one because the actor didn't want to do it apparently for the sixth one. So they had him, instead of taking over his, son's body or whatever, he took over his daughter's body, and you get to see, a nice little girl who's into, peace signs and flowers, suddenly slick her hair back, wear a trench coat, and carry a gun. Badass. Badass. So, how many Rotten Tomatoes did he get? Now that I look at it, this was a full moon Charles Band deal there. 2005. Directed disc. Tomato meter. Ooh, not available. Audience score 7% liked it. Oh, I gotta log in. I'm not gonna log in to upvote it. I really enjoyed it. But that was just me. Helen Hunt was in his only big name. Tim Thomerson played the main character. He was uninterested in returning, so they just showed stock footage. And basically, this guy here is supposed to be played by this girl. And I thought the actress, for a early 2000s film, I think she did a good job. She embodied the character. It seemed like she had actually either seen his work or been instructed very well by, somebody what to do. I appreciate it because, they're all low budget movies. I mean, look at that. That's quality work, right? But I've seen every one of them, and it was a similar thing. The consciousness was put into whatever body. They were limited to what body would be in their genetic line, so a relative. Versus here, they could just put it into whatever body. It's just meat, I guess, to them. So you could wake up 200 to 500 years later. But I mean, if I have to wait for this season, when does it come? They just signed it apparently, like today. I guess it came out. Thought they said like 8 episodes. Oh, new season, new season renewed. I guess I'll have to check out the actual Netflix page and see when they say it comes out, because everyone says something different. If I remember correctly, the second book was more like a flashback, which I didn't care for. So, boy, Ian's taking his sweet time, isn't he? That's okay. Also, if you're into Nintendo, with Smash Brothers Ultimate, these customizable GameCube like Pro controllers, which I want. They have the C button, C stick, I guess. They look really nice. Release time on holiday season, so you won't be able to get it until after, folks. You know this right now. But I mean, people love the GameCube controllers for Smash Brothers. They can't get away from them. People don't want the regular Wii. They want the GameCube controller, which you can use with, the original Wii, and I think the Wii U. I didn't have a GameCube at the time. I got one later, so I wasn't as vested as a lot of people are. But I could see the fondness. Once you find something and you like it, you gotta stick with it. Also, speaking of sticking with things, I'll include this, and Ian should link it. Here are several test sites to test your internet connection and see what you're actually getting versus what you should be getting. The quickest so far is fast.com. You literally will test your internet speed. It's powered by Netflix. Talked about it on the last show. I don't know why on this connection I only pulled maybe 30. But yeah, 25 looks to be about the highest here. It's a lot faster on a phone. If you just pull up the app, it starts loading right away. And I'm a firm believer in testing your internet speed often, because you're not going to be able to tell the difference just by going to a site. And there's actually a discussion about it too, because some people think that what their numbers show isn't actually what they have. And if you're paying for it and you're not getting it, I mean, I would definitely take it up with, the tech support, or take it upon yourself to get a better router. I upgraded mine, and it was a lot better than the last one. But Google, apparently, Chrome is telling your people their favorite sites are not secure. Google's throwing its way around using its latest edition of Chrome browser to make the web a little safer. More secure data transfer protocol, HTTPS, which keeps bad actors and digitally watching over your shoulder. BBC reported the browser's URL bar will show the phrase "not secure" when visiting sites that have failed to implement HTTPS. It could be the kick of the pants companies need to finally secure those websites. So basically, they're trying to scare them into, oh no, they say we're not secure, because people will freak out if they see not secure. So that's just my opinion. I mean, unless you're reading an article like this and oh, that's why. But you figure you'd want the latest security, latest and greatest. I mean, I guess they're not up to it because they don't want to update their site if they don't have to. But Google's going to make them have to. But another thing that Google's doing is optimizing YouTube. So if your browser of choice is not Chrome, YouTube loads 5 times faster on Chrome. So here's a little workaround. If you're using Edge for some reason, there's an app from the Microsoft Store, setting extensions within Edge, download script, blah, blah. Safari users, you get the same app and a script for classic mode. And apparently it loads faster. I use Chrome just because it's made by Google, and I'm on Google anyway. So I figure it would load the fastest, and apparently they prioritize their own hardware. Who knew? Well, software, I guess, actually. They prioritize their own hardware, too. I've got my Pixel. I haven't had any trouble with updates. It's actually been very good. But what do I know? Apparently you can buy that in the Microsoft Store, which, for some reason, somebody brought LibreOffice to the Windows 10 Microsoft Store, which is a free app that's crowdfunded. The open source app is free, but they uploaded a version that's free, but if you pay $3, it helps support them. It doesn't go to the developers. It just goes to somebody at developer named .net. So, is it legit? In order to convert LibreOffice desktop application to a Microsoft Source supported UWP app, publishers use Microsoft's Desktop Bridge. Allows Desktop Bridge allows to learn what is desktop.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, hey, look, seeing everybody.
Oh my god, sorry about that.
You all right? Did you died?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, I almost went through all my fucking articles.
Oh, really? Did you go through mine first or just yours?
No.
Okay.
I didn't want to step on toes. Plus, I figured you'd have me reading any damn way. I didn't read this shit, so here you go. 14 pages with the PDF in the middle.
Right. Yeah, like it said, sorry about that. My stomach was like killing me. Plus, I had my door closed and it was starting to get hot as balls, so I was like sweating too.
Hot in her. Well,
can you give me any synopsises? What are you talking about now?
Well, this article, some dev brought LibreOffice to the fucking Microsoft Store.
Okay.
LibreOffice is a open source program that's free. They brought it. It's free, but then for $3 you can support the dev. Basically, all this guy did was put the regular app in a fucking wrapper to make it a Microsoft executable. So, told Bleeding Computer the Microsoft Store entry is not affiliated with their company. So none of the money, if you buy the paid for version, none of the money goes to the people who make LibreOffice. Just this fucking dude who like threw it in there.
Oh no.
Like, free trial is unlimited and has all the features. Buying it supports us. So basically, they're afraid that like someone will go, oh, I want to support LibreOffice, and they buy the $3 version, and some dude who's calling himself .net gets the money. Like, how the hell can they do that?
Right.
So that's pretty shady.
Okay.
By the way, here's my third station.
Hold on. Yes, I see. So this was from the shitty battle station.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's from the shitty mousepad.
Well, the title of this one actually is "Complete with the Disappoint Your Parents Mousepad." You got the boobs mousepad. They got a little Wacom pad there.
I see that.
And then they've got a Sephora thing here, so they got makeup and shit. Literally shit like crumbs all over and paint all over the table. The cheapest looking little speakers I've ever seen. And I don't know if that's a bag with like a drawstring or like a tank top or something back there.
Yeah.
And all the icons the desktop can hold. Now there's actually about half of it. The thing is though, they got this really busy wallpaper, and all they had to do is right click, hide icons, and there you go.
Yeah.
And it
That'd
wouldn't
be hard for me to read.
I mean, they're like obviously they did try it all. I don't think they even took this picture. I think they sat the phone down and the camera snapped and they said, "Fuck it, I'll upload it." And they uploaded it.
Yeah.
No way someone thought that this was a good idea. I mean, or at least get the shit off your desk. So,
I think I have that mouse though.
you do?
I think so. It's in my closet.
So,
I just have an Alienware mouse.
so we got this nice one, and we got this one. I mean, it's a brony, but whatever. And then this one just makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, so what are we judging these like? Are we saying which one is the best?
I mean, we can, because like normally, like when you go by the best of the worst, it could be better, but there's no hope. Like,
well, we could that like, could the shitty one potentially win because it's so crazy how better of a setup this is within the shitty thing.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Granted, there's dudes with like an old like Windows laptop that's missing keys on like a lawn chair. So
well, compared to the neckbeard Nest stuff, this is like.
Well, yeah, but the subreddit on display here is shitty battle stations. Let's take a little field trip, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Through let's see here. Whoop, it's a video. I don't want to show that. So here's what you would see in shitty battle stations right here. You got some kind of Christmas tree thing under his table there. He said his desk hasn't arrived yet because he's got a keyboard and his mouse looks to be on the armrest of a chair.
Yeah.
He's drinking orange juice straight out of the jug, it seems.
Was there any unidentified substances again in jars like the neckbeard Nest?
No, those are identified. Those are pissed. Like, look at this one. I love that tower.
Yeah.
Where's the tower, Ian?
I have no idea where the tower is. It looks like it's in a pile on the ground. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a laptop with a monitor attached to it. If it is, then why is there shit underneath? Because there's a power supply, a graphics card, a hard drive, and I can't tell if that's a motherboard down there. Now this one has me interested. I'm sorry. We're going off the cliff here. One of the worst battle stations I've ever seen. Props. But there's so much table. Why is it on the ground? I was all, what the hell is that unnaturally large bulge of cables on the ground? Also, where is his Oh, I see. I'm so confused. I see these all the time. Are people just too lazy to buy a case, or do they just not know how to install the parts into a case? Oh, I have a Thermaltake armor that I left behind at my folks' place. But even when I had the case, I kept the computer on top of the case because reasons.
Because reasons.
What the fuck reason would you... I mean... Dog, come on. What? Why would you just lay that shit on the floor? And that's got to be more static on the floor than anywhere, right?
Right. It's got to be like fire hazard, man.
I mean, you would think, but
Well,
so
like, if you were to give this a scale, maybe we should go back like how we used to do it, like do scales. Like this one would probably be like a 2 or something, and then I know the main one that you had for yours is that would be a lot higher.
I mean, if you say, well, if you're going to even just 10, like,
Yeah.
okay,
Maybe we need it to go to like 100 just so we can give a low enough score, right?
yeah, I'd say this is this is average. Like this should be an average stations compared to this.
Yeah.
But so it's one of the better shitty stations. Now, granted, the average station is it good enough to be in regular stations? I mean, yes, I think so. But the people in average stations are, I mean, the people in regular battle stations are assholes.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
who
like
knows,
this,
dog?
that battle station, they need like an elite above the battle stations where like most people that we've been judging, you know, like they're kind of category, they're in a whole category of their own, you know.
Right. So you got 236 for the titty mouse pad, 76 for this one, which, I mean, they're a brony, I guess. If they're a guy, they might be a girl. I don't know. It's all right.
Got a Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, and then this one is just, I mean, fuck. That's like goals.
Yeah.
And this is like, got goals, but you got no money, but okay, it's not horrible. And then this is just like, I found some parts and they work. So I would say in the order that I presented is the quality. This is good. This is still good, but not as good. And then this is just okay, sure. Like if
Well,
I was
again, like I said, we probably should have looked at it where like, did this, which one did the best job within their own category?
right,
Know?
if this person was like poor or living in a car, like if I had no computer and I had this, I'd be happy. I don't even know I can't even tell what the fuck it is. It might be a laptop in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll take it. But this one, oh man, this is sweet. Cool. All right. Yeah, yeah. And then this one, what is just boing.
Yeah.
This one's got me because it's got the speakers, the headphones, the boner.
Well,
Play the boner drop.
Boner.
So yeah.
well, I mean, I would agree, especially with the second one because it's like you said that one could go above, the other
Yeah.
ones.
It's
within
above average.
It's above average.
And then this one really
Wow,
should be average.
You think that one is above shitty?
Yeah. I mean, shitty was the case missing and the shit on the floor.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I would agree. Did the internet agree with us too?
Well, see,
because you were reading the numbers.
Right. Well, the actual battle station one has 2,940, but then they only gave the average one. They gave them 74, which is really lame because then the shitty battle stations got 236. I mean, for rising above your means, I think that the average person did really well. Versus this one did all right. So I don't know.
Well, again, we've seen some pretty crazy battle stations, ones that have gotten a lot less votes.
Right. I think this one just more or less got the upvotes for the comedic value of the titty mouse pad.
Yeah, there was a titty mouse pad.
Titty.
It was probably the titties.
Oh, it's probably the titties. All right, so is it time for some more news?
Yeah, you said you were getting done with yours. Which one were you doing next?
Well, I was kind of jumping around. Get up my seat and jump around.
Jump around, jump around.
Because the bulk of the stories I have left are the basically the internet stories and the uh, computer/gaming ones.
Well, I'm assuming that you had to have had the one that I did, which is that starting with the letter F
Oh, hold on.
in the
Uh,
gaming section.
no,
But
no, no, no. Let me open it up. Fallout Miami.
yep,
No, I'd heard about it, but I didn't include it.
did you just forget?
No, I just figured, I figured that's old news, son. We're down to, we're up to Fallout 76. This is Fallout 4.
Uh,
I figured, okay. Uh, one of the people in one of the Fallout subreddits I was on, they're like, Bethesda's tagline should be mod the shit till it won't run anymore. The one guy, he made a fake screenshot from Fallout 76, and someone said, "Oh, nice. What mods are you running?" He's like, "Well, I'm running about 400 mods." He's like, well, "Jesus, man!" And he goes, "I know. I think I got a fucking problem. I'm surprised my computer puts up with this shit."
right.
So I didn't read the actual articles. I just saw some of the pictures. Uh, this is a pretty large scale mod. I take it.
I guess so. I don't know. I figured you would know like everything about this shit.
Oh, nah, man, nah. Plus I'm trying to, let myself have spoilers. You know, like I want to be able to be surprised when I get a mod. I did,
Well, that
however, see a video of someone demoing the Fallout 76 mod for Fallout 4. All your all your NPC characters disappear, and then these assholes show up and they drop nukes on you, and they basically grief your ass.
uh
It's pretty funny. So
now 76, is that a whole new engine?
it's the original engine, but it's updated because it's set up for multiplayer. They
Okay.
they said when the original engine was set up, it referred to the player as the player. So they started just calling the player Atlas because the world rested on his shoulders. The way that the code was structured, it was not written at all for multiplayer, and then they had to figure out a way to make it fucking work.
Right. Well,
But
I
it's
mean,
actually
if the graphics in this Miami thing with the mod is pretty much just along the same kind of level, then I mean it's would probably be pretty big news, you know?
right. I mean, the thing is, like, 76, it's all about the gameplay and the ability to play something new. Um, the
Yeah.
actual graphics, like the recommended specs, actually aren't that much higher than the original Fallout. They're basically like my system now could, run it perfectly. So, but I'm all about mods. They're like it too. It's free devs. They don't have to do any damn thing.
Yeah. They like as long as you're not using their voice actors, right?
Yeah, and even then they're like, "Oh yeah, you might not want to do that."
Yeah.
Don't want to rip the audio. So no, I did not have that, sir.
Well, what scrolling through, what does it say about it a little bit? Is it pretty big?
Um, where did it say? Scale a project of comparable to official expansion, featuring a main quest, multiple side quests, new items, and a large cast of voiced characters. Oh, they set up a subreddit for the project. So there's a r/Fallout Miami. Players will join the post-nuclear vacation wasteland of Miami Beach. I mean, that's cool. I'm glad people are still getting into it because it's like Fallout New Vegas. They're still making mods for that. And how old is that game?
Right. Are you gonna try to give it a try or something? Check it out.
I mean,
Because you went back and were playing Fallout 4 anyways, so.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to do some of the official mods first because they're that they're going to be supported because they're backed by Bethesda. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, eventually I would like to do a lot more mods because it's why the hell not?
On this scale, there's not really any discernible difference between like just it's not really even a mod anymore. It's like DLC, you know.
That's what they said. Yeah. So long as mod makers work with those assets and don't corrupt anything Bethesda itself made or get the company in trouble with content it doesn't own, they can make mods as big and expansive as they please. Huh. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What else did you want to cover here?
On this one, nothing. I mean,
No, man. I mean, your next story.
that was going out of order. All right, what else do you have left?
Well, hold on. I got some good bad news because it's got to be there. FCC chairman will not recuse himself from investigation into former client Securus Technologies. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
In a letter this May, Senator Ron Wyden called on FCC Chairman Ajit Pai to recuse himself from an ongoing FCC investigation into companies gathering real-time location data on cell phone users. As an attorney 6 years ago, Pai represented one of the firms now central to the investigation. The firm, Securus, a major provider of inmate services to jails, is known to have provided location data on mobile customers to law enforcement officials without a court order. Oh boy. But despite his past work for Securus, Pai says he will not recuse himself. According to the chairman, the FCC Office of General Counsel has cleared his involvement in the investigation. Yeah, because he'll be totally non-biased. He's fair and balanced, just like Fox News.
Unfair and unbalanced.
Man, that's fucking crazy. They trace people's cell phones. Well, that's nuts.
That's fucking nuts.
But since we're on the topic of Pai, a cheap Pai gets message from hometown ISPs. Don't hurt us small ISPs. Pai's Spectrum auction plan could make it hard for ISPs to buy licenses. Pai heard his hometown ISP again yesterday when Wave and 181 other fixed wireless broadband providers wrote a letter opposing an FCC plan that would limit the small ISP's access to wireless spectrum. Our economy depends on small businesses like ours, and we are poised to invest if the FCC gets the rules right. Wave Wireless owner Galen Manners and the other providers wrote. Pai's primary focus as FCC chairman has been removing or changing regulations in order to encourage ISPs to invest in their networks, but the small providers say that this proposal for spectrum auction could make it harder for them to invest while helping much larger carriers. That's all he is. He's, it's a great thing for people and all that. And no, he's just trying to get more money from the people that he's already getting fucking money from. He's a crony.
He's a crony.
So,
I have a couple related articles.
Okay.
They were about the Comcast. I don't know if you could find those. I could put them in the chat, if you don't.
Hold on. Comcast Wi-Fi gear without approval?
Yeah.
Comcast installed Wi-Fi gear without approval, and this city is not happy. After Comcast broke a city's rules, cable lobby asked FCC to preempt them. Recently installed Wi-Fi equipment in public rights of way without permits in the city of Corvallis, Oregon. But instead of settling the matter locally, a cable lobby group that represents Comcast told the Federal Communications Commission that it should override municipal permitting processes, such as the one in Corvallis. In doing so, the cable lobby group made misleading and inaccurate allegations about what actually happened in the Comcast Corvallis dispute, according to city officials. Oh, so they said, "Let me talk to your boss," basically.
Yeah. That's a dick move though, man.
Yeah, well, they probably figured that they could, grease some palms and get this all settled without having to play ball, essentially.
Yeah.
Because Comcast thinks they're bigger than Jesus anyway.
Right. They're trying to blur the lines between government and public and private. And then the other one was I had
Charter?
it's gonna yeah, the charter one.
Hold on. New York orders Charter out of state, says it must sell Time Warner cable system. The New York State Public Service Commission today voted to revoke its approval of Charter Communications' 2016 purchase of Time Warner Cable. The PSC said it is ordering Charter to sell the former Time Warner system that it purchased in New York, and it's bringing an enforcement action to the state Supreme Court to seek additional penalties for Charter's past failures and ongoing noncompliance. Oh boy. Yeah, they failed to meet deadlines, broadband expansions. New York really does not care for Charter.
No.
Update. Charter told ours that it plans to fight the order to sell the former Time Warner Cable Company. I mean, to be fair, I actually get better service from Spectrum than I did with Time Warner, but I don't live in New York. I don't know how they sold.
You don't?
No, they sold a. How would you know? They sold a lipstick on that pig band in New York. They told them, "Oh, it's going to be the greatest thing," and then they got it, and they're like, "What? It doesn't do that? Shit." Well, we want our money back. No, you ain't get it.
Like you said, they're God. It doesn't matter.
Right. What are you gonna? We got their money. What are they gonna do? I see another story you have that I have about Intel.
Okay.
It's leaked benchmarks show Intel is dropping hyperthreading from i7 chips.
I have this under the hardware, but I suppose this could go under what the fuck news too.
Yeah, because I know they're all about. Well, it's all about the single threaded. It always beats, right? I mean, wasn't that their thing?
Yeah.
And then hyperthreading is just blah 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 blah. I mean,
now we're just gonna not have any cores, just have one core.
Right. I mean,
Why don't you just do that too?
Well, see, the funny thing is, they come out with this, and then AMD disses Intel Xeon in ads scattered around a San Jose airport. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Fuck, get rid of that ad. This is a spunky AMD that we have not seen in a while. If you happen to fly into or out of San Jose airport, you might have spot a series of ads disparaging Intel Xeon processor family as being crusty old relics. AMD has gone on the offensive, and the message is clear. Xeon is not epic, as one of the ads states. Xeon ruled, so did dinosaurs. AMD Epic delivers more performance, more advanced security features, and more value than Intel Xeon. That's like the old Nintendo don't commercials, remember that?
Yeah.
Sega does what Nintendo don't. So one of the ads shown above, courtesy of Reddit member Dig Jig Jug, and he basically calls Xeon a dinosaur. And in another post, Reddit member Hale posted a video of several Epic ads at San Jose Airport, all of which take aim at Xeon. Xeon. Here are a few things one know about so far. Xeon isn't epic. Xeon was great. So was Cole. Nobody ever got fired for buying Xeon until now. Xeon ruled. So did dinosaurs. Don't trust a relic. Buy epic or be epic. So they're they're being a little sassy.
Yeah.
I mean, Intel's getting complacent. They're taking jabs, man. They're like, come on, 2-piece, pop up, pop up.
Pop up. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't put it as an article on here, but and I'm not sure if you have it too. But one thing that was related that I saw on news was that Intel wasn't going to go to their planned 10 nanometer processor or whatever for like a couple of years. I guess.
Really?
Yeah. And meanwhile, AMD they're going straight to the 7 nanometer process.
Right, they're not fucking around.
I don't give a fuck.
For all those uninitiated that don't understand the reference, my father taking one of Ben's beverages. He said, "Oh, Dad, I was saving those." I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you need to see if you could get him just to say, "I don't give a fuck." Have that recorded.
So
here's the article, by the way. Intel's 10 nanometer is broken, delayed until 2019. Damn ass.
Hold on. Delayed till 2019. Huh. Well, that's just great. Because Dun's going to come out before 2019, right?
Nope.
Oh, wait. I forgot. Something is.
Oh, boy.
AMD board partners release X399 BIOS updates to support second-generation Ryzen Threadripper processors. And this article gives links if you've got any of these older boards, you can download the new BIOS, because when they announced Threadripper 2.0, they said yes. When they announced it, they said you'll be able to use the 32 core chip in a current motherboard with a BIOS update. And they weren't fucking around, because the shit doesn't launch till August, and they're like, here's your BIOS. So
fuck yeah, Mercury.
So I mean, I'm trying to just hold off until after Christmas to buy anything. Hopefully by then I can get the 1950X, so I can get 16 cores until 32 comes out. But if not, 8-core will do, I guess. I guess.
Now, do we have an idea of what the pricing is? 32.
What was it? They said like 1,500.
Right.
Which, that's at launch. By the time I get to it, obviously it won't be at launch. Launch is in August. I'll probably get to it in a year. So by then, well, the 1900X, what did it start at? Or 1950X at launch was how much?
That was like 1,000, I thought.
50X launch price. 16 core. It started at $999.
$1,000.
So it was $1,000. And now if you go to Micro Center, right along here, folks, 1950X. Don't need a space. You can get one right now for $649.
Nice. You know those things are just like boxes at the store.
Oh, really?
those like the processors got to be like under way high security lock and key there. You know.
I think. Well, in I watched a video of Paul's Hardware. He went to Fry's and bought one, and basically he walked out and got a little like an IOU for that chip. Like he brought a ticket to the counter and said, "Yeah, I need this chip," and then they gave him the box when he got to the register. Because you need the box because see, it comes with all the goodies. You get an adapter for for a cooler that's not made for Threadripper, Ace-Tech, I guess, and then you get their Torx screwdriver, which is made to go to the right torque specs for the 3 screws. It'll slip once it gets tight enough.
Now, does those come with a Wraith cooler? Because that's a pretty big box.
No.
No
Cooler.
It's just all box then.
yeah. It's a box.
That's what I thought. Because I mean, people are buying that. They might not even be doing air cooling with those. You know, most of the time.
Yeah, Noxua makes an air cooler if you want one.
Oh yeah. Nox a
TR4, yeah.
Yeah, TR4.
There's only one current liquid cooler that's got an IHS pad that'll actually take up the entire heat spreader. It's a Intermax. They got one, but yeah, I'm still a ways off. But this is, like I said, $650. You know, for something that was $1,000. So by next year, hopefully, like for the cost of an entire new setup, I can update to 32 cores and rip some threads. You know.
Yeah. It would be sweet, man. But with this BIOS update, if you get the 1950X, you'll be able to get the 32 core eventually.
Yeah, I mean, even if I get the 1900, which is only 8 core, I'll be able to update to 32 at some point. But, yeah, depends on how cheap everything is by the time I actually start buying shit. The 1900s were 300 for a minute on Prime Day.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, whoa, okay. By the way.
Yeah, for the title last episode, I call it Prime Doomsday. It's all the Prime Proms. In this episode, I called Fallout Miami. Baby.
Oh, man. Facebook allows SpaceX and OneWeb into high-speed satellite broadband. So Facebook to launch satellite in 2019 and first test a possible broadband network. I don't trust Facebook with my data or anything, but you know, if they're willing to make the internet fast, okay. Take my data. It's not worth anything. Also, by the way, we were talking about prices and everything for stuff. More rumors are coming out about the next gen NVIDIA cards. Supposedly, in the first week of September, you can get 180 watt, 11 gig VRAM, whatever the hell, 2080 or 1180, whatever the fuck it's going to be, for $699 to $745. Then you can get one for $599 that's going to be 8 gigs of VRAM, and then like 120 with 8 gigs of VRAM for $500 at the end of September. So this is what the leaks are saying. We don't know if it's actually true or not, but I'm hoping, because right now 700. A lot of people are upset. They're like, "Oh, this is expensive." If you get a Founders Edition 1080 Ti right now, you're paying $700. So if the newer version is that, okay, then that just means I'll either get it. Supposedly they say the price of the 1080 Ti is going to drop by $100, and then the 1080 is going to drop by 50. Not in this article, but some other article that was basically the same premise.
You'd think that the regular 1080 would jump a shitload because everybody's all about the Ti, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, it's already like $500, I think.
I think you just say screw it, Frank, and when you get Christmas money, just get the 32 core with an 1180 Ti if it's out by then.
And sleep in a cardboard box next to my parts that don't have any power because I can't afford to turn them on. By the way, here's something you might dig. Thermaltake releases Ring Trio 12 RGB, a fan that responds to Alexa. And it's RGB.
Nice.
Owner was like, why? I go, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Why? It's stupid when people ask why do you need that when everything in our life is you don't really need it unless if it's something for your survival, you know.
Right. Well, do you have any other articles you really, really wanted to touch on?
Yeah, I had a bunch of the other ones.
I'm going up to the top.
Like
what else?
The coding gets a real life magic wand with Kano's Harry Potter kit. Linus did a video on it.
Oh, I saw the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Bibbity boppity boop boop.
I didn't watch the full thing, so like unfortunately I don't know too much about it. I guess
I don't care.
It's able to work and like program and do cool stuff with devices that are set up with it, you know.
I don't understand it either. I don't know. What do you do with it?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as it's for like people, and then you get people out there to do coding and learn shit like that. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know the coding thing, like the regular kit. Yeah, that was meant to be able to get people into learning how to do coding and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. This system is built around a build-it-yourself wand that utilizes an onboard gyroscope, accelerometer, and magnetometer to interact with coding content on screen. That are 70-plus wizard challenges that utilize various pieces of Harry Potter IP. The young codes created different lines that associate actions with wand movements. So lift the wand and owls appear, twist it, and a bell rings. You get the basic drift. It's basically just like a fun learning thing, you know?
Okay, cool.
And then what else did I have? Oh yeah, this was interesting too, the X-ray thing.
Oh, hold on.
The first ever color X-ray on a human.
On a human? Huh. Why they need color?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
It looks cool, man.
New Zealand scientists have performed the first ever 3D color X-ray on a human using a technique that promises to improve the field of medical diagnostics in Europe's CERN physics lab, which contributed imaging technology. The new device, based on a traditional black and white X-ray, incorporate particle tracking technology developed for CERN's Large Hadron Collider, which in 2012 discovered the elusive Higgs boson particle. The color X-ray imaging technique could produce clearer and more accurate pictures and help doctors give their patients more accurate diagnoses, said a CERN statement. The CERN technology, dubbed Metapix, works like a camera detecting and counting individual subatomic particles as they collide with pixels while its shutter is open. This allows for high resolution, high contrast pictures.
Well, I mean, it looks cool.
So you probably get to see, like you're going through that X-ray and stuff. Even if you able to have like a 3D CAT scan of it, it's probably pretty hard to differentiate things a lot. I mean, that's what I'm guessing it would be really good for, being able to see different color like tumors or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
It's just like color coding
I
is
mean,
a lot easier then.
CAT scans kind of just look like the weather radar when they show, here's a storm front coming. Oh, wait, no, that's a brain.
Yeah.
So this is cool. This looks like a Hollywood scene here.
Yeah. I mean, it's just more technology, that they can utilize, like I remember when seeing the first like 4D CAT scans of like babies moving around, it was pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that first came out, everybody thought it was pretty awesome. But I mean, hey, this stuff is probably going to be important too for, like eventually, the day is going to come when doctors don't even need to be there. They just be somewhere else working on you using like robotic arms and stuff.
Right. With bumper correction, so keep the doctor in their fucking lane.
Yeah. Yeah, doctors are more just like guidance and knowing what areas to go to.
Yeah. Other than surgeons and shit, they gotta have those delicate hands.
Yeah.
Now, what's this here about unbreakable LED?
I don't know. Bring it up.
Samsung has unbreakable OLED phone screen in the works. You can't put
Yeah, it's a
unbreakable.
flexible phone.
Yeah. I mean, they've been saying they were going to have a foldable for a minute, but you put unbreakable in there, it sounds like a challenge. Right?
Right. People are they're gonna be like, challenge accepted, sir.
Right. People were doing like the fucking bend gate and trying to bend iPhones they just got just to prove that it's a fucking thing. Like, when you say, like, when they said unhackable, what the fuck do people do? They hack the motherfuckers. Just prove they can do it. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the idea of, you can say bendable, but like, and I'm sure there's going to be some fuck up, like the G Moto or whatever the fuck they were. They had scratch resistant. Yeah, it's because it's made of soft plastic. So then people were getting glass screens to go over the soft plastic screen to keep it from scratching. It doesn't break, but it scratches like a motherfucker. Who knows, man? It's all. I mean, the major advance we've seen in cell phone technology lately has been a wraparound screen. And you know what happens? The Samsung screens, they break because you drop it and it's all fucking glass.
Yeah.
But Sony announced world's highest resolution image sensor for phone cameras. 48 effective megapixels. 8,000 by 6,000. So, side by side, here's a conventional 12 megapixels, and the 48, you could read it. You can count how many chairs are on. This is going to make paparazzi shots be ridiculous.
Well, it's basically, I guess it's technically more pixels than 8K, even, because 8K is 4,000 by 8,000, and this is 6,000 by 8,000.
You're going to expect to see the IMX 586 on smartphones next year. Sony is planning to start shipping samples this September with a unit price of 3,000 yen, $27 each.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about it being so cheap is I hope it gets bought out by some other phone manufacturer that, like, if they get the phone, not the selfie camera, who gets, they got a selfie camera that comes up and I don't need a selfie camera. Oh, but it can be embedded in, I don't care. I take like 3 selfies a year. But give me a phone with all screen and with this badass camera, and that'll be my next. I'll save up to get that because everyone I know is like in the market for a new phone. They're like, what should I get? And I'm like, I still have the Generation 1 Pixel XL because I don't see a reason to upgrade.
Right.
And now you gotta wow me to make me want that other one. So
Yeah. Well, I remember that when that what was the brand? It was like Lumix or whatever when they came out with like it was a 30 megapixel phone, but it was like the phone was basically a camera with a phone on it.
right, somebody was like, oh, didn't they have a 40 megapixel? And I'm like, yeah, but when the shit came out, it wasn't like now that can actually be done in a size that can fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Before it was like a proof of concept that it exists.
Right.
Like I have a cordless phone. It's in a suitcase and it has to have a car battery so that I can receive calls, but it's a cordless phone. Now this is just ridiculous. So what's with these death threats, dog?
Well, before you get on to that, you're
My what?
you cut out for a second, and now we're just seeing your icon. You see it on my screen share.
Hold on, I'll leave and come back.
All right. Jesus Christ. Might as well get into my next article a little bit then. What is my talked about that? I guess
You didn't go poop, did you?
I'm on the bathroom right now.
Oh no.
Live on the bathroom.
Okay. So
Okay. Next, I figure we talk about the No Man's Sky stuff. Go back into the games.
Games? Wow, what a short story.
Short and sweet.
Following a period of silence, Hello Games has resurfaced with a new update to No Man's Sky and a series of interviews with various publications in which Sean Murray candidly reflects upon the game's development and launch. It's no secret that No Man's Sky was a polarizing title at launch, and Murray himself admitted to IGN that Hello Games messed up some of the easy things by talking about the game too much and too early. However, no one was prepared for what followed. Speaking to The Guardian, Murray revealed that after No Man's Sky released, the studio became a target of harassment campaigns and received death and bomb threats. It got bad enough for Hello Games to be in regular contact with law enforcement agencies. There's a smorgasbord of things that the angry mob can do, said Murray. It's a crowdsourced thing of how bad you can make someone's life. He then recalled an instance where he received a death threat because the original No Man's Sky trailer had butterflies, but the final product didn't. I remember thinking to myself, maybe when you're sending a death threat about butterflies in a game, you might be the bad guy. Instead of giving up, however, Hello Games decided to keep a low profile and continue working on updates. So people took the shit too serious. Yeah, they were really like mad. They expected it. They expected it to be like the greatest thing that's ever happened, ever. And it wasn't.
Hey guys, it's a video game.
Right. I mean, did they dump a lot of money into it? Like, was it really, really expensive?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
I didn't see it and go, man, I gotta get that like everybody else.
Right. Me neither.
I saw Fallout and was like, yeah. And now I see the new one, I'm like, yeah. Oh boy. Nintendo sues to shut down 2 big ROM sites. Why so soon?
Why so late?
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
/S. So, yeah, the Love ROMs and Love Retro websites are among the most open and notorious online hubs for pirated video games, reads Nintendo's suit. I think it's because they've been coming out with trying to resell their old games in ROM form, like the little boxes that sell really high around Christmas, and they're just emulators or Nintendo on a chip, and they don't want people getting for free on the internet what they could pay, again for.
Right.
But I mean, they're so old, and the things have been on the internet for so long now. But I mean, I get it. That's their property.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying it's like a legal gray area with a lot of ROMs.
Right.
You know, it depends because some companies are more lenient than others. You know.
Right.
But
It's
this
so
is
old.
Nintendo we're talking about.
Right. They're like, oh, they're not going to pursue a 20-year-old game. Oh, you don't think so?
Okay, we are. This is I guess they were asking for like a couple $1 million per infraction or something like that.
Wow.
For offering the like a download of on these sites. So basically, added up, it's a like over $100 million. So this is more of a move just to get the site to shut down because they're not obviously going to be able to pay that. Nobody really could pay that,
Right. Well, I mean, really, if you bought the virtual console version of each game, that because you can get pretty much every classic Nintendo game that came out, but you really you'd be buying it again,
Right.
And they're like, I mean, really, they could charge you well for every time that somebody, like, what was it, Napster did? Every time somebody downloaded it, it's a different fee versus, if it's just for each available download, a flat fee, that's actually, that's within their legal rights because it is their property.
Yeah. Well, like I said, some companies, it's a lot of people argue that because some companies let you do it, like if you have already bought the game and you want to be able to do it on different devices and stuff. But
Well, that's what people say. They're like, why buy it again? Or if it's something you already own, that a lot of guys I know that DJ, they use that as their, I downloaded just so I, because I already have it, but I know I have it on CD somewhere and I don't want to go looking for it. I just download it and burn it because I already have it. And that's just a questionable area.
Again, unfortunately, you have to think about any kind of digital asset is, and we've talked about this before. You really don't own it. You're just getting a license to use it.
Right.
At the end of the day, from your music to your video games to the software that you use, you really don't own what's digital anymore.
Right. I mean, for like years, nobody cared about the old NES games until people actually got an interest in them, and Nintendo said, wait, those are ours.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
And they go, hey, they'll go after people for, doing the Let's Play. So, of course, they're going to go after this,
Right. Yesterday, right. Not yesterday. The other day, I was playing on my computer, and I sitting here, and I heard a fan spinning. I was like, "Oh no, my fan's really loud. They're notches. They're supposed to be quiet." And then I realized, no, it's the external hard drive I have hooked up. For some reason, it was spinning so loud. It was, but my actual machine was just dead quiet. I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's good. Because I did get this thing like secondhand on eBay. The guy's like, "Oh, I don't know, it's broke." But no, I just bought another power adapter and it worked. So,
yeah. Also, I'd like to point out they didn't pay all that money, like for all the encryption and protection on consoles even back then for nothing. Because like I remember we did that video a little bit ago about this guy just now finally was able to hack like a Super Nintendo or something like that?
Well, in Animal Crossing, there was an emulator in the game that no one knew about apparently,
Yeah.
and that was fairly recent. And then people were hacking that and putting other games in it.
Right.
Uh,
I remember the guy was like hacking like the video port to be able to get through the system or something.
right. I know.
What was that about?
I don't know. I know that people were hacking the newer Nintendo Minis and putting different ROMs on them. That was like a
Yeah.
goal.
Right. But like all that stuff even back then was so heavily encrypted and hidden that it's even harder for people nowadays to get through that stuff, you know?
Well, like Super Nintendo, I don't know if you ever saw the whole story about the Noah's Ark 3D. It was a boot, like in the NES era, there was a Christian company that made unlicensed NES games, and Nintendo caught wind of this, and they put a new lockout chip into their system to prevent unsigned games to actually load. Well, they used a way to put an actual Nintendo cartridge in the Super Nintendo, and then like a Game Genie, their game would click into the top of the Nintendo game, so it would have a licensed game to get around the lockout, and you could play this bootleg Christian game, and it was basically Wolfenstein 3D.
Mm.
So there was a whole video series about that. But yeah, before that, the Atari era, everybody made whatever games you could make an Atari game and sell it, even if you weren't affiliated with Atari. There were porn games.
Huh.
If you watch the Angry Video Nerd, he has a whole series on that. It's hilarious.
Nice.
But anyway.
Anyways, yeah, that was my last article, I think.
Yeah, I got pretty much everything out I really wanted to get. Because everything else is like just stuff I had to piss off Doug.
Oh, really? Was it more Apple shit?
Well, like a lot of stuff about Valve, and they got SteamOS 3 coming. Ooh. Why? But whatever.
Steam.
Yeah. They got another season.
Like that's a steaming pile.
Right. While you were taking a steamer,
Yeah.
I announced that Netflix is signed on to do season 2 of Altered Carbon, which they already announced that it's not going to be Joel Kinnaman again for this season. It'll be the main character will be played by a dude from Captain America, not the Captain. Hold on, let me get the article for you here, because you're more familiar with that universe than I am. Because I told you that show, your consciousness can be put into whatever body.
Yeah.
So the main character is going to be Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon in the Captain America and Avengers Marvel Comics Cinematic Universe. So, and I was like, okay, well, I didn't know who he was, so I literally just went to the name, went to Google search, and I was like, can this guy play a killer? Look at the motherfucker. He could be an assassin-looking dude. Shit. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But the other thing is, they were talking in this article. They said that if they go to the second book in the series, they're not sure how it'll work. I had read previously somewhere that they were going to skip over the second book and make the third book. I was hoping for that because I saw the first and I said, man, that was great. But I don't want to see the second if the second is going to be based off the second book. I want to see the third based off the third book. So I was going to be happy if they skipped the second. But if they actually are doing the second, I might just skip it. So, I mean, I waited. The book came out in 2002. And the fucking... so season 2 is coming up. I got to look at Netflix and actually see when it comes out. So... But anyway,
Yeah. By the way, speaking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, since you really don't have anything to get on to me with watching, since I watched the Pulp Fiction already, did you see that Deadpool 2 yet, man?
nah.
Oh man,
I was gonna
you gotta
watch.
see it, dude. It's pretty good.
I was gonna watch Ready Player One.
Oh, that actually looked interesting to you, huh?
Well, I read the book.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, motherfucker, you didn't think I read this shit?
That's kind of like I was thinking about that when we were talking about Ultra Carbon.
Yeah,
So that's kind of along the same lines, huh?
Well, I mean, I read it and I want to see it. If you don't want to read it, you could get the audiobook. It's read by Will Wheaton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty good, but I read that when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great." And then I read that it was gonna be a movie, and I was like, "Oh, great!" And then everybody and their brother was like, "This looks stupid." I go, "Uh-oh."
You see, reading, I'm surprised that's something you have time for.
Well, see, I where I work, the internet is slow, so video isn't always the best thing to pull up.
So you're reading at work a lot.
Well, I mean, more than I want to. I used to read it every lunch. That's how I read the Ultra Carbon. The Ultra Carbon series is 3 books. I've read the first 2 and half of the third. And the third, I want to see it because it's so hard to visualize because it's so far into the future that, like, like the whole Neo Tokyo, like Blade Runner. Well, that's what the first book was like. It was set in that kind of a future. So this is like the third one is like 500 years after that. So I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to see this. I can't imagine it, literally.
Right.
But anyway, dog.
Anyways, yeah, you need to get on that Deadpool though, man.
I'll get to it. I'll do it. I'll do it if I feel like it.
But just like Pulp Fiction, you get
because I got on
with this show.
Okay? Pulp Fiction came out in like what, 94?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
After you get done with the show here, you need to go and watch some Deadpool.
Is that on video yet? Wow, 94. Look at me guessing. Yeah. Is it on video yet? I could go to Family Video. It's down the street.
I don't know. I definitely didn't watch it at Family Video though.
Hold on here. DVD or Video ETA. Here we go. I think that's the site. Deadpool 2. Comes out next month. In DVD and 4K and all that. 8/21.
When that comes, if you might as well wait till that comes out because you're not going to do it anyways.
Yeah, I'm not going any damn where. I ain't doing that shit. Okay, well, are we about ready to button this guy up? Because I gotta go check on my doggies.
Yep.
Or maybe I'll go take a 20-minute poop and leave you to talk.
No, I'm not gonna be here. Yeah, I take long poops, man. It's like real slow.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's like, bleh.
Okay, anyway. Moving right along. Thanks for coming on, everybody. Thanks for listening to us ramble.
Rambling, man. Let me play this again.
What are you doing with my motherfucking money?
I want to know what y'all niggas doing with my fucking money. What is y'all niggas doing with my fucking money? Uncle Sam, I want to know what the fuck you doing with my motherfucking money.
I guess she was touring Bruno Mars and she had a baby and she's like, okay, I'm done. Okay.
Right.
Well, anyway. Well, thanks for coming and listening to us, everybody. Everyone have a good evening, good weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.
By the way, that the Mighty Quinn said he was watching the show last week.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, so he's still out there. I figured we lost him. He was probably like, oh, Ben's not on anymore? Fuck it.
No, I told you guys before. He was like, yeah, I still watch the show.
Oh.
And maybe if you go and read some comments and
you didn't know there was comments. There's live chat. You didn't even know it existed. You're like, what's that?
Well, there's the comments on the video which he makes, and then I don't think he goes onto the chat, but I checked. I actually did check it earlier tonight, and there wasn't anybody on there. But
yeah, he probably doesn't do the live thing. He probably watches it like 2-3 days later.
Yeah. So, what's up, Mighty Quinn?
Thank you for listening, all you people out there.
Yep. All you peoples.
My people.
Oh yeah, by the way, I am updating the audio versions as well, so that's why I'm sure a lot of you people want to listen. You know, the people that do listen to the show, you probably would rather listen than look at our ugly mugs, right?
Right. Now, after I remember you said that like the storage was an issue. Have you found a solution to storing these marathon 18-hour shows that we do?
No, I'm still doing it on the
in the butt.
The what is it? The Microsoft like OneDrive or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about switching over to the Amazon cloud because their cloud is pretty cheap. And just giving links. But as far as like everything, you know, like podcast wise, anything free is, you know, you're not going to be able to get like any long podcast for free. It's usually like a really short podcast that you can store for free on everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just doing the links so people can just download it, you know?
Right. I had a free terabyte from File Dropper, but I've never used it for anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had like a deal, and I said, well, fuck, it's a free terabyte. Let me see. File Dropper. Log in. I don't even remember my username. Hold on, let me pop this out to a different window.
But yeah, like I said, I just got to put the remaining descriptions on the show because I got all the descriptions done in a giant text document, which was like 4,000 some lines of code of descriptions. And I got to put those on the 30 episodes.
Nice.
And then I'm going to update the logo. I'm still sticking with the main TNT logo, but I'm probably going to change what's behind it. And then obviously I got to change the text and everything on there. But I'm thinking about doing something like a cool RGB picture or something, you know? I was thinking about for the background of it doing like a battle station, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to steal somebody's battle station, you know?
Right. You want to, well, I mean, a lot of them are cookie cutter anymore.
Yeah.
You could just take pictures of IKEA desks that don't actually belong to anybody and just Photoshop in front of a wall.
Right. Or we could, if we ever get into that PC part picker, you know, or
right.
not the part picker, the PC builder simulator.
You have a bunch of those red tiles on your fucking wall. Just like Photoshop your own shit.
Right.
Well, anyway, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Play us out, Keyboard Cat.
How's it go?
Oops.
Shot a scissor up.